What's up everybody, my name is Hector and this is Torque Junkies. Today I'm reviewing the all-new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek Limited, and I'm going to find out if it's any good or not. That's all coming at you right now. Alright guys, before we begin, I just wanted to go and say thank you so much to Schumacher Subaru of the Palm Beaches. And I got over here my buddy Charles, who's the salesman who helped me out with getting the car and test driving the cars, and he helps me out with actually a lot of the vehicles that I test drive here. And so Charles, if you want to go and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Charles Smith. I've been with the Schumacher organization for 5 years now. Glad to have an opportunity to speak to you folks really quickly. Subaru, awesome brand, and really excited about the rollout of the new Crosstrek. My phone number is 561-990-6030. If you guys are interested in stopping in and taking a look at this beautiful new Crosstrek, please don't hesitate to give me a call.
So if you guys need a car, ask for Charles Smith. All right guys, let's start this video. All right, so stepping into the 2018 Crosstrek, I've got to say my first impressions of the interior is awesome. I love it. I can't believe how much they've changed their interior. Wow, they did a great job at this interior. I love it. Everything from all the soft touch dashes to the soft touch doors to the leather gray trim on the side. And I even like the fake glossed carbon fiber. And the steering wheel is so nice. It's got to be the nicest steering wheel that they've got in the entire Subaru lineup, other than the Outback, because it has the exact same steering wheel because they just redesigned that one. I would say it's even nicer than the WRX and the STI because this does have a new steering wheel. Speaking of which, the orange stitching on the steering wheel is great. I love it. I love the orange stitching in this car, from the steering wheel to the dashboard all the way to the doors. I just think that it's a very good fit. And these seats, I love these seats. I mean, they did such an amazing job at it. Just comfortable, supportive, and stylish. Now, the limited edition does have a Harman Kardon stereo system, and my thoughts on it are it's not the best Harman Kardon I've ever listened to. However, for the money, it's actually very good. Nice and crisp sound, and the bass is just right. And of course, it's all adjustable anyways. Another great feature that I love about this car, going back to the steering wheel, is actually the volume knob. So when I'm driving this car, I realized that if I needed to go and change the volume knob is actually a different button than all the other buttons. It's a different kind of button. Every other button is more of a push button, and the volume knob is more of a switch. So when I'm going and driving, I don't have to look down to find the volume knob. I just go to the left-hand side of the steering wheel and I look for the one that's a switch. And when I find the switch, I just change the volume. I never have to take my eyes off of the road, which is really cool. And it's just a nice safety feature as well. And Subaru, very smart. Now, going back also to the cup holders, I also noticed that with the cup holders, they're very big, which I really like because you can fit pretty much any size drink that you want in here, including like giant water bottles you find in the gas station. It'll fit any size, which I really like. Now, this is the limited edition, so you do get paddle shifters in it, and I really like these paddle shifters. They're good looking paddle shifters. You know, when you click them, they feel premium. I think I noticed that I went to go get Starbucks with my wife the other night in this car, and when I went to get Starbucks, I noticed that we both got Ventis. Now, a Venti is their largest coffee, I believe it's their largest coffee. And normally what happens is that when you have an armrest, your armrest is compromised, because now if you want to put both drinks in the cup holders, you won't be able to use your armrest because the armrest would have to go over one of the drinks. So you actually have to lift the armrest in most cars and put both drinks. In this car, they thought it very well through. They cut out a nice little space in the armrest so that any drink can go and fit in between your armrest and the cup holder, which I think that's very smart. And my wife was very happy too. Now let's move on to the infotainment system. Thank goodness there's a new Starlink, and in the new Starlink it includes, drum roll, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Thank goodness they got it. So now I must say that they got it. They might have taken a while to get it. I think that they did a great job in waiting because it doesn't have any bugs from what I've noticed. There's no issues with connection. There is no, I mean, literally when I connected my phone to the actual USB cord, the amount of time it took for it to connect to the actual infotainment system was a couple of seconds. Normally, other cars I've got that have Apple CarPlay, it takes a little bit for it to connect. You have to verify, you know, the infotainment system, you have to verify the phone. This is like you connect and it's done. You're connected. You have your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto. Once it is connected, I've had zero issues using it. So Subaru might have taken a while to get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but for good reason, because it works and it works well. All right, let's drive this thing. This backup camera is great. Another thing I noticed too is that the headlights are really good at night. I mean, they're very, very easy to see with. Now the car does handle very good. I mean, it does have Subaru's all-wheel drive system, so it is great. However, when you are going and turning, it does feel a little bit top heavy. However, that is natural considering how high up this car sits. This car sits up higher than a lot of SUVs actually. This car is also very, very spacious. Especially the back seats are very spacious, plenty of room for 3 people to sit in the back, and the trunk is very spacious as well. Especially if you go and put all the back seats down and there's nobody sitting in the back, you've got plenty of space. Now driving around town, especially with all these bumps around here, it drives really, really well, and I've gone over a lot of bumps. Actually right here I'm gonna go over a couple railroad tracks and see how it does. Takes the bumps very, very well. And even around town, it's very quiet, very easy to drive. You know, I really love that it still feels like a Subaru. However, you are getting a much smoother ride than previous generation Crosstreks. I love how high up this car sits too. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give it a little bit of acceleration. Okay, so if you're gonna go and flat out accelerate in this car, it's not that great. However, I mean, this isn't really what that car is made for. This is really a family car, so it really does do all of its jobs well. It just, acceleration is not its best area. Now, between the gauge cluster, there's a little LCD screen. Obviously, every car has that. However, one thing that I really like about it is that it has the speed limit on the side, on the left-hand corner, to tell you how fast you're able to go, or if you're not going fast enough. So I find that very cool. You know, usually you see that on a navigation screen, but this will actually have it right there in your face telling you what the speed limit is. I really like that feature. It will definitely help me from not getting any tickets. Now, for as many features as you get in this car, the amount of safety features, you know, this awesome interior, you know, all these amazing seats, you know, all the technology, Apple CarPlay, everything you're getting in this car, it's such an amazing price for what you're getting. I mean, really fully loaded, limited, you're getting it for $32,000, which is a great deal. Now, as far as the CVT transmission goes, pretty good. Man, this car really does take bumps like a champ. Another thing too I noticed is there's very few blind spots in this car. I've literally been looking around, and literally everywhere I look, I'm able to see perfectly fine, not have to worry about it. I mean, other than the MSRP label that I have right behind me, but that's just because the label's up. If I didn't have the label up, it'd be just fine. Driving on the highway, you can tell that they've really done a lot of work on this car because it really is very quiet. It is not noisy on the road at all. You know, especially up, you know, going, you know, 65 miles an hour on the highway, you really, really feel kind of like you're gliding. You know, it's very smooth, very easy to drive. This thing just feels solid on the highway. You know, you feel safe. Speaking of safe, now one of the big reasons why somebody buys a Subaru is actually because of safety, and I will tell you, they did not disappoint with this car. They put a ton of safety features in here. One of the things you get in the 2018 Crosstrek is EyeSight. Now, EyeSight is actually going to give you a bunch of different advantages in the car. One of the things it's going to give you is pre-collision braking. Will actually warn you when somebody hits their brakes when they're driving in front of you. Then you also have adaptive cruise control, so that way you really don't have to worry about slowing down or speeding up during traffic. Now, this next feature I like a lot. You have a lane departure and sway warning with lane keep assist. This is all possible, like I said, with their new EyeSight technology. Not only will it help you if somebody's in your blind spot, but let's say you're actually swaying out of your lane. EyeSight will be able to tell if you're getting out of your lane and will actually let you know that you're getting out of your lane, and even more than that, will actually pull you back into your lane. You also have rear cross traffic alert, which will go and warn you and alert you whenever you're backing out of a parking lot and somebody kind of gets a little close to your car as you're backing up. Now, you also have reverse automatic braking, which is similar to rear cross traffic alert, where when you're reversing out of a parking lot and a car does get too close to you and you're still reversing, you don't see the car, your car will automatically brake for you. thanks to your rear vision camera. I mean, the last time I drove a car that had this many safety features, it was the Volvo XC90, and that car was more than double the price of this car. Overall, I love this car. The interior is gorgeous, the outside looks much better than the last model. You've got a ton of features in this car, and probably my favorite thing about this car is how intuitive this car really is. Overall, I really love the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. Alright everybody, that concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check me out on Instagram. My name will be right here. I'll be putting all my bloopers on there. Anything I have that's funny or cool going on there, I'm gonna go and put little short cool videos as well. Check it out, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Alright guys, thank you so much. My name's Hector, this is Torque Jenkins, and I'll see you guys next video. Thank you.